We're good.
Okay, let's try that one more time. Welcome to Ask an Atheist. We are a weekly educational call-in program dedicated to atheism, skeptical inquiry, and the separation of church and state. We come to you live every Sunday afternoon at Scan Studios in Seattle, and we archive online at www.askanatheist.tv. I'm Mike Gillis, and joining me, this is Father Sam Mulvey.
How you doing? I haven't actually changed my mind a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But
he just got the collar for the women.
And the occasional free stuff.
The free stuff. It's like free room and board.
It's actually pretty interesting. I've worn it publicly a couple times, and there is a little bit of deference that I don't normally get when I wear this outfit. Mm-hmm. So, but it is a heck of a costume, and I look pretty snazzy in it. If I had an excuse to wear it more often, I think I would. But
I think that is an excuse to wear it more often. I think right there. People let you cut in line.
Well, I haven't done anything like that. I've been a little careful not to destroy the mojo. I don't know why.
I really think what we need to do is to take you to like an adult bookstore, and you have to go in, not say anything, buy the most horrific thing you can find.
Oh.
Just like what's a weird sort of dwarf, you know, golden shower fetish, you know, amputee thing. Just come up, silently buy it, and just walk out.
Okay.
And you've given that person the best story of their life.
That's true. That is true. That would be a story. So we're having a bit of fun today. Our scheduled show, which was going to be about those ghost hunting episodes.
Yes, those fun TV programs where people pretend to be the gang from Scooby-Doo. And they run around, they hear the house creak, and they hear some stuff on some sort of a meter. And then they act scared in night vision and run away.
Yeah, our host for this episode was going to be Case. Case is a little bit under the weather, and we shout out to him, get well soon, and we're looking forward to actually doing that episode. And we thought about maybe going on without Case, but he's really got some good material for it. So
yeah, Case is really the skepticism king.
He is.
That he actually is the president of Seattle Skeptics, so this is his bread and butter. And any episode that we were going to give you on skepticism that does not involve Case, we are kind of shortchanging you, and we could not do that. So we want to give Case the floor on that. You will see that episode.
No, we do have a couple announcements.
We do have several announcements. One of them, as you might know, we were inspired by the Atheist Experience, which is an Austin-based cable access program like ours. And for a while, roughly about 12 years or so, the Atheist Experience was the only atheist TV show anywhere, let alone on public access. This June, we became the second, and now it appears there is a third, Free Thought Forum. If you go to their website, they're at rationalists.org. Free Thought Forum is based out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and it's actually the conjunction of two different organizations in that area.
Do we know which ones?
I forgot to write the name down, but you go to rationalists.org, you will see a link to the site. Check out their episodes. It's really good to know that, we're not the only ones out there doing this. I think it's important. I think in a lot of ways, the TV show thing can spread in no different a way than the billboard campaign or the bus ad campaign. Make it a visibility thing, that people don't hear our arguments. And if you watch a lot of TV shows where they have an atheist character, a lot of times it's because, oh, my grandmother had cancer, or I had this horrible traumatic experience. That hasn't been the case for Sam and me. And the reason that you see those sort of arguments in fiction is because those people never hear our side of things. And that's why this show is important. And that's why it's important to have it in as many locations as possible.
There's also the thing people have been talking to us about is, well, you're starting your own atheism show, blah, blah, blah. Do you guys see yourself in competition with Atheist Experience or with other shows or anything like that? No, we don't. As far as we're concerned, the more the merrier. I mean, we're focusing on atheism in the Washington area. They're focusing on atheism in Austin. They're probably focusing on atheism in Knoxville. And it all works together. We all want to work together. We talk to the Atheist Experience folks a lot. One of the other creators of the show, Jeremy, actually lives in Austin and is hoping to be a liaison between us and them. I mean, we're all in this basically for the same thing, to get the voice out there, to let people know that atheists are around, and and that we're
that we exist. And I think a lot of it, too, is that so much of the misconceptions about us is because people never hear our side of things.
Yeah.
And even when somebody has a well-meaning portrayal in a TV show, like recently the show Glee had an episode about religion. There were two atheist characters. Both of those characters their atheism was based on some sort of past traumatic event.
Right.
And that really isn't the case for atheists that we know.
Yeah.
For me, it's just a look at the evidence and just finding that the evidence for the existence of any God is just really, really wanting.
I'm seeing a lot more evidence that traumatic experience is why some people become more fundamentalist or more religious. But I've not met a lot of atheists out there who become atheists because of some traumatic experience.
Like, you know, your grandmother dies and you can't understand, you know, how horrible this is, so therefore you could... It's weird because a lot of it comes to that sort of TV trope you find, which is that angry at God.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. I've never been angry at... I've been angry at fictional characters, but within that bubble of like, oh, I can't believe that Darth Vader did that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I should make it explicit before we move on. I am wearing this outfit, and we have this background, and our colors are a little different because today is Halloween, and we're having a little bit of fun. This was my costume this year, and I thought it pretty appropriate given what I've spent most of my time doing, which is this show. So I'm not actually a priest, and right now I'm not really even playing one on TV. So just have that out there. This is a costume. I don't wear this. Well, I'm thinking about wearing it every day because I look good.
I think you can pull it off. It looks a lot more natural than a lot of people who wear a priest costume on television.
Yeah.
It works for you.
Well,
So
I think it works.
it works.
I like the accessories.
I believe that actually came with the jacket.
It did. It did. It absolutely did.
Yeah.
You may have noticed during our introduction that...
Oh wow, that was real.
You may have noticed during our introduction that that we had a bit of fan art. I forget. I skipped on his name. It was David Gonzalez, was it?
David,
Oh, the Gecko Ninja. The Gecko Ninja.
I think that's his real name.
I think that is his real name. On his certificate of live birth or whatever it is.
He got manufactured from him, you know.
But
from
it was
some Kenyan robot.
It's the first piece of fan art the show has ever received, and it's obviously the first piece of fan art I've ever received.
Yeah.
And
Let's put that up again.
Yeah, can we put that up again? And
There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
I do sort of enjoy that I have the Matt Smith Doctor Who hair.
Yeah, I do like. You could pull that off. They got the smirk perfectly. I do like that. And I'm sort of missing my goatee, and now that I see it without it, I might consider that look. And I'm also a little on the blonde side, though that's kind of hard to tell when my hair's pulled back.
But I've never had anyone draw fan art of me before.
Fan art, it boggled the mind. I spent like 3 or 4 days just going, there is fan art of me on the internet. There is fan art of me on the internet.
I think the thing that still kind of blows my mind is that there are people who watch this show who don't know me personally.
Yeah.
Because it's like when somebody has a band and your friends go to that, you can never really trust that they actually like your band.
Yeah.
Because you're like, they're supporting you because they're your friend.
And most of my friends, especially those who aren't in the atheism movement, they get worried because we have a show every week, and it's sometimes difficult for them to keep on top of it. And they're like, oh, I didn't watch your show this week, I'm sorry. It's like, no, it's okay. Mm-hmm. Watch it when you can. This is entertainment. And so it's weird to encounter people I don't know who want to talk to me about the show. Like, for example, I've been gone the last 2 or 3 weeks. I was in Phoenix, Arizona. And while I was out there, I figured one of the reasons I left Arizona is because I wanted to be part of an atheist community, and one of the many reasons I left Arizona. But I like it. I just I needed to move on, and so I Googled see if there's a group of atheists in Phoenix, and it turns out there is. They were all in Ahwatukee, which is probably why I didn't spot them, and I went to this meetup group, and I was recognized. I mean, not initially, because I guess the guy figured, what the heck would a guy in Washington be doing in Phoenix? And then I started talking about the TV show a little bit. And he's like, oh, you are from Ask an Atheist. I'm like, yeah, I am. And you know about this. And,
yeah.
I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised, but it was kind of a shock.
On some level, I'm still, like I said, I'm still surprised that people who don't know us who watch the show and watch it regularly.
Yeah.
That's flattering. I mean, even one of our first letters that was actually complaining about something we had done, they started out their email by saying that they DVR us.
Yeah.
And I remember us just being, somebody DVRs our show.
DVRing us is hard.
It's because we're not even listed in the thing. You can't look us up by the name. You have to know the time spot and put it in manually.
Yeah.
On the DVR. To me, it was like, whatever the complaint was, I'm already flattered that somebody is using up space on a hard drive.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah.
They're using their resources to watch us be weird on
So-
TV. So I had a little bit of shout out. Hello, Phoenix Atheists. It was really great hanging out with you. We have something that we started up a few weeks ago that we've not gotten a lot of attention to, but we've got a couple, and we're gonna do one today. We have a voicemail, and get them ready. The voicemail line we started a few weeks ago. It's for when the show is not live and you'd like to talk to us and you don't feel like sending us an email. You can call us at 206-420-0997, and you'll get my voice saying, "Welcome to Ask an Atheist," and then you can leave us a message.
Yeah, then you're not really inhibited by what our time slot is to call in that way. You can still have your voice on the show.
Right.
Because we do have viewers that are, one, not in Washington, but also not in even the United States.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm still back to
we have one voicemail, which we'd like to play now. Maybe. Oh, well, that's close.
It's still us.
Yes, my name is Curtis Clayton. I'm a black atheist in North Carolina, new to the whole atheist thing. And I've listened to some of your shows on YouTube, and I saw that you were mentioning the atheist experience and how other atheists should, help promote other atheists. And I had just found an atheist rapper named Great.
Uh-oh. I heard it cut out.
I heard it cut out, too.
All right. A little bit of technical difficulty there.
Square, G-R-A-Y-D-O-N,
yeah,
Square.
You can synopsize
And
yeah, we can talk about this.
I was wondering if any of you have ever heard of him. I've listened to his music.
Okay.
Okay.
We can synopsize a little bit. Why don't you?
He was talking about Graydon Square, who is an atheist rapper. He does a lot of songs specifically about atheism. He references things like double-blind studies and a number of things. I believe he's actually studying physics.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was MIT. But
I didn't hear about this until today, and we're sitting here getting ready for the show, and I look up because I wanted to hear a bit of it before I spoke anything about him. And one of the albums that he's got, the track that I listened to, was an album called the Kardashev Scale, and I thought that was great. And all the references are wonderful. I am going out and getting these albums. So not much I can say about it because I'm just learning about it myself. But I thought it was important that we get out there and
let's promote other atheists. I think it's one of the things that other people have done for us very early on in our program. People like Freethinker, Bionic Dance, others. Also the people at the ACA who promoting us. Getting the message out for us, saying, "Hey, we like what these guys are doing. Let's do the same thing for Graydon Square." Even though I think actually he is better known than we are.
Yeah.
At this point, especially among the atheist community. So yeah, definitely go out and check his things, and you could probably explain the Kardashev Scale.
Oh, the Kardashev Scale. Oh man, I knew I was going to put on the spot here. Is that the type of civilizations, type 1?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, we're type 0 civilization is what we have now. Type 1 civilization is a civilization that uses all of the energy of its planet. Type 2 civilization is a civilization that uses all the energy of its star. And Type 3 civilization is one that likes to make s'mores and have lunch. No, that's Douglas Adams, sorry. Just stuff like that, just questions about galactic civilizations, and it ties into the Drake equation and stuff like that. Well, people like to tie it into the Drake equation. And it was pretty awesome, the Kardashev Scale. Pretty good pun for a rap album.
Yeah, and don't feel bad. That all went over my head, too. So.
Sorry. I'm a sci-fi guy.
Oh, I'm a sci-fi guy, too, but that still went over my head.
All right.
All right.
We do have some news.
Let's do some news stories real quick. This is one that actually comes from the Associated Baptist Press, and according to the, it sounds a little odd that we'd be getting a story from the Associated Baptist Press.
It's the AP.
Yeah.
But Baptist.
But Baptist.
Okay.
It's like Mrs. Pac-Man. You just add a word on there.
Well, people did think Mrs. Pac-Man was superior.
Yeah, basically. Well, yeah, it was.
Okay.
But this is the Associated Baptist Press, at least according to Americans United for Separation Church and State. I guess they just had their 20th anniversary. They are actually really good source for learning about different Baptist denominations. So